to it yet. Thank you. And some giblets, very tender, very good for you. No, Horace, as I said before, you go your way and I'll go mine. Now, why don't you start right in on the wine? I think you will feel much better. However, since you did bring up the subject, there's one more thing I'm going to say.
I didn't bring up the subject at all.
One more thing I'm going to say before we forget all about it. It's true that I'm a woman who likes to manage things, that likes to know everything that's going on. But I wouldn't like to manage anything as out of control as your household. Oh, you will have to do that yourself, God helping you.
My house is not out of control.
Very well, let's not say another word about it. Here, Horace, have some beets. They look very good.
I don't like beets.
Oh, that's nice. No, Horace, a complaining, quarrelsome, friendless soul like yours, oh, no sort of companion for me. Now you salt your beets, and I'll salt mine.
Would you quit saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this, Horace. At your age, you should enjoy hearing the honest truth.
My age. You're always bringing up my age.
Well, I don't know what your age is, but I know that in Yonkers with bad food and bad temper, you will double it in 6 months. Horace, have some more beets. They're so good.
I hate beets!
That's nice. You know, Horace, the pity of it all is you could be a perfectly charming, witty, amiable man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming.
But you are. Look at you. You can't hide it. Now sit back down. We'll talk of something else. But before we change the subject, there's one more thing I'm going to say.
I don't want to hear it. I would never ask you to marry me.
Oh, I suppose that means you want me to ask you. No, I'm sorry, Horace. I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down? I haven't asked you anything.
It's no use arguing. I have made up your mind. Now here, let me cut your wings for you.
I got a headache. I'm going back to the hotel.
You can't go now. The competition is about to begin.
Look, here's $20 to pay for the... Wait a minute. There's nothing here but $1 for a dime is a button. This isn't my purse. I lost my purse.
Purse that you found?
Impossible. I can't imagine you without your purse.
It's Vandergelder's, Cornelius. We've got to get out of here. Come
What
on.
am I going to do? They don't know me here. I've never been here before. Stop eating that turkey! I can't afford it!
Oh, Horace, it's the latest thing, a polka. And there's one dancer in particular I want you to see. Rudolph, have our table move right down front so Mr. Vandergelder can better observe his graceful movements.
I can't afford any of this. Pay for this. Hey, that man. That dancer.
Oh, I know. Isn't he wonderful? With talent like that, he's sure to win the solid gold cup.
Come along, Mrs. Malloy. It's been a perfectly wonderful evening, but I'm afraid we're going to have to cut it a bit, excuse me, short.
Oh, Minnie, look, a polka! Cornelius, I simply must have one dance.
We can't. Mr. Vandergelder's right over there. We've got to go.
We will go, but we'll dance our way out.
I think you need some more wine, Horace. Try your wine. Oh, they are all so very good. Horace, try your beets. Try your beets. Try your beets. Try your wine, too. You haven't been drinking enough wine. You need at least 3 glasses. I should have been still.
No. Minnie, we've got to dance.
Oh, they're wonderful. Horace?
Cornelius, Echo!
Mr. Vandergelder!
Barnaby Tucker!
Oh, Mr. Vandergelder! I'm sorry.
Ermengarde! Dolly, what do you want to? I know you're
Mr.
behind this.
Vandergelder, I can explain everything. You
I
see, we
don't
just
want
wanted
to
an
hear it.
adventure.
You're fired! Officer, arrest that man!
Oh!
I can't be playing.
Doing? Hey, what are you doing to me?
You know what? You're all under arrest! Arrest them all!
That's better. Now, you're all being charged with disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting to riot, and several other equally serious violations of the law of this city. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in your behalf? I say, is there anyone here who wishes to speak in your behalf? Mrs. Dolly Levi, counselor at law.
Your Honor, the defense rests. No, ladies and gentlemen, there is no reason to call a witness. Not when on this bench I see a brow that gleams with honor, a pair of snow-white whiskers that bristle with fair play. Yes, you. Oh, and a nose. I ask you to look at that nose, ladies and gentlemen. A nose that shines in the night like a flaming beacon of justice. Your Honor, would you turn a bit so we can all get a better look at your beacon? A living symbol of the motto of this great land, E Precunus Unum. Your Honor, I ask for freedom for my clients and a verdict of guilty for the only real culprit, Mr. Horace Vandegelder of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly!
The one man responsible for these grievous charges of willful destruction of private property.
A curtain torn, of waiter bruised, and a solid gold cap bent.
And cruelty to a poor, unfortunate minor. Oh, my dear, would you mind repeating that, please?
Begging your pardon, but if it pleases the court, I have something to say.
I was just about to call you, Mr. Hackle. Go right ahead.
Cornelius Hackle, if you dare testify against me, you'll be discharged.
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder.
I'll do it again.
You've done it again, too. But even if you hadn't, I'd still say what I had to say. Now, I don't know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know that what happened to me today, which is the most amazing thing that can happen to a man, might not have happened if I had obeyed your orders and stayed in Yonkers, New York. Your Honor, I am talking about none other than love.
What? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that after 33 years of work, you take one evening off and you fall in love?
Oh no, Mr. Vandergelder. I didn't fall in love with Mrs. Irene Malloy of this city in just an evening, an hour. Even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
Oh, a second.
Less than that.
A moment?
That's it. Now I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long. Isn't the world full of wonderful things? There I sat cooped up in Yonkers for years and years, and all the time, wonderful people like Mrs. Malloy were walking around in New York, and I didn't know them at all. Now, I don't know whether you can see from where you're sitting, for instance, the way her eyes and her cheek and forehead come up together. Can you? I tell you right now, a fine woman is the greatest work of God on earth. You can talk all you like about Niagara Falls or the pyramids, but they're not in it at all. Now, I've seen women before, but today I talked to one equal to equal. And they're so different from men, and they're awfully mysterious. I bet you can know a woman for over 100 years without really knowing whether she liked you or not. Today I've lost so many things. My job, my future, everything that people think is important, but I don't care. Even if I have to be a ditch digger for the rest of my life, I'll be a ditch digger who once had a wonderful day.
I seem to miss a few words back there, Mr. Hackle. After it only.
Well,
He held me for an instant, but his arms felt sore and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
and that is all that love's about.
And we'll recall when time runs out that it only took a moment to be loved a whole life long.
Dismissed.
What?
Dismissed.
Yes.
All dismissed.
Come on.
All except Horace Vandergelder of
Yes.
Yonkers, New York. All dismissed. You're free to go, my children. Go. Be blessed. Go. Go.
You can see the prisoner now, Miss Levi.
Well, Horace, here's your life. Without niece, without clerks, without bride, and without your purse. Looks like there's only one more thing to say.
I don't want to hear it. I would never ask you to marry me.
Oh, that wasn't it at all, Horace. All I want to say to you is goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Now, wait a minute, Dolly.
No, Horace, it's too late. I failed. And when a woman fails, there's nothing else she can say but goodbye.
Wait.
Goodbye.
Hey.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Don't try to stop me, Horace, please. Wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, you ain't gonna see me anymore. And when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a knocking at my door. 'Cause I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says you dog. I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie, should have said so long ago. Because you've treated me so rotten and rough, I've had enough of can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Yes, I can hear that choo-choo calling me on board that Happiness Express. I'm gonna learn to dance and drink and smoke a cigarette. I'm going as far away from Yonkers as a girl can get. So and on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your cash register. It's a little lumpy, but it rings. So don't come knocking, I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, "You dog, I told you so." So, Horace, when you find your life a sad old story, when you see old Dolly shuffle off to glory, oh, I should have said so long ago.
So see here, Dolly. I would never marry you. Not if you asked me 1,000 times. I didn't need you before and I don't need you now. Dolly Gallagher, you go your way and I'll go mine. Dolly. Dolly. Dolly!
You stand, Mr. Vandergelder.
Ah, it's you. Come crawling back for your job, have you?
Oh no, Mr. Vandergelder. I only came back for my $146.35. You see, I decided to open up my own business. Since the only business I know is hay and feed, I'm gonna open up my own store.
And Cornelius has found the perfect spot, Mr. Vandergelder, right across the street from you.
You think you can compete with the Vandergelders, do you? Well, you just try. Another one come crawling back for his job. What do you want?
My back salary for the past 4 months, $6.12.
You can't do this to me. I'll go to the courts. I'll get a lawyer out.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, as I live and breathe, if you don't look handsome in that outfit. So few men nowadays have the courage to wear fawn yellow and taupe.
Dolly Gallagher.
I know exactly what you're going to say, Horace. You weren't satisfied with Ernestina, but not to worry. I found you another girl, the ideal wife. Oh, but don't let me interrupt you. You were all doing something. What were you doing?
Getting all of his money, Dolly. All $146.
And 35 cents.
And $6.12 of mine.
And the money my mama left me, $52.48.
38.
48.
All right. You want your money? It's in the safe upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Money, 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 money. Mr. Vandergelder's money. It's like the sun we walk under. It can kill or it can cure. Vandergelder is never tired of saying that most people in the world are fools. And in a way, he's right, isn't he? Himself, Irene, Cornelius, myself, yes, we're all fools and in danger of destroying the world in our folly. And the surest way to keep us from harm is to give us the 4 or 5 human pleasures that are our right in this world. And that takes a little money. The difference between a little money and no money at all is enormous and can shatter the world. And the difference between a little money and an enormous amount of money is very slight and can shatter the world too. It's all in how you use it. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always said, money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around encouraging young things to grow. And that's the opinion of the second Mrs. Vandergelder. Which reminds me, Ephraim, I'm ready for that sign.
Well, what are you waiting for? That goes upstairs.
Well, Horace, as I was saying, I have found you another girl, the ideal wife.
I don't need any ideal wives. If I want an ideal wife, I'll find her on my own. And I have. And it's you, doggone it.
Horace.
Listen, I know I was a fool about Mrs. Malloy and that other girl, but please, forgive me and marry me.
No, Horace, stop right there.
What do you mean?
You know as well as I do, Horace, you're the first citizen of Yonkers. Your wife would have to be a somebody. Answer me, am I a somebody?
You are a wonderful woman.
You're just partial. No, Horace, it's not enough to load your wife with money and jewels and insist that she be a benefactress to half the town, which, by the way, it's bad business letting Cornelius open up a shop across the street from you. You better take him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
And Barnaby can have Cornelius's old job.
No,
That
wait a
way we
minute.
can all be together so we can dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
Now, see, that's where I draw the line. I'm not dancing at nobody's wedding. Besides, I don't even know how. It'll take weeks, months, years to even... All right, I'll dance.
Oh, Horace, I never thought I would hear you say a thing like that.
That front room, you idiot!
Horace Vandegelder, what's going on up there?
I'm getting that front room done over in blue wallpaper. I know the old wallpaper ain't worn out yet, but that fella started a new business and he gonna need a fresh start. You know, I always thought as money as, pardon my expression, manure. It isn't worth anything unless it's...
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never knew, Dolly, without you, Dolly, life was awfully flat and more than that was awfully wrong.
Here's my hat, Horace, I'm staying where I'm at. Horace, Dolly, you'll never go away.
Wonderful woman.
Oh,